Time isn't money. The laboratory was trying to hum a Bruce Hack tune, and it was failing in the attempt. It was an unself-conscious kind of humming, like when you walk in on the 4th floor Kazi and your boss is in one of the cubicles and he hasn't heard you come in because of the resonant frequency. The lab was white too. It looked like an office Kazi more than anything else, like all laboratories will do for the uninitiated. Except here there were nautical paintings on the wall. We got the whole lot as a whole shebang, as a job lot, the Fox went. Navy surplus, the organisation's connections. What did you want to show me? I went. Understandably, I was curious, and I was so much so that I'm jumbling my worms up. Time, she went. How much? A monkey. What would I do with a monkey? Sit down. She motioned towards an office chair in the centre of the lab. There was a massive ray gun-like thing, like out of a Warner Brothers cartoon that was pointed at it. It even had the Illusion Q36 space modulator stuck out of the back. I'm sure if I pulled it out, it would say Acme Corp on the side, and then me and the Fox would have to kill each other in various amusing and intriguing ways for the rest of the cartoon. A couple of dwarves came into the laboratory, except they weren't dwarves, they were statuesque clones of each other, like the women in that Robert Palmer video with all of them in the outfits and stuff. Except these chicks were blonde in this video. Actually, there was another like the Robert Palmer video where the chicks were blonde as well. So this is all making some kind of coherent sense at this point. The erstwhile stripper got in behind a console and she threw some switches. They thudded into the wall and some of the plaster fell off. There was a weird aluminium wrist and ankle restraints that suddenly burst out of the chair around me, bounding me in like I was in one of those Japanese tentacle sex cartoons. Except there wasn't an octopus handy this time. What's with all the nautical shit? I said, desperately trying to change the subject so I didn't wet myself or puke at myself in fear or burst in even worse kind of ways like people doing those Japanese tentacle sex cartoons I just mentioned. We got the whole shebang as a job lot, went the stripper. I just told you that. She went, attending to dials and knobs on the thing. What are the Navy doing with time travel? I went. I twigged that this was some kind of time travel caper from the writing on the side of the chrono-o-funnel that I just described, and I knew it was a chrono-funnel because on the front of it it said chrono-funnel, TM. And I could see, actually there's a picture of the instrument panel here. Very nice, very nice. Technical shit. On the nose of the chrono-funnel itself there was one of those World War II nose art style paintings. This one of the Führer himself, and he was being buggered by Mae West with a massive strap on a dildo. And so yeah, it was all business as usual. It made sense that the Navy would be conducting research into time travel. After all, what is mirror is to water, so... Sorry, water is to mirror as... What? Oh, this bit doesn't make any fucking sense. They either abandon it or they got something better anyway, I don't know. What could be better than time travel? I don't know. It's not as wet as water, it's more wet than that. The Navy was forced to disband its research. It makes sense that the Navy would be involved. The sea covers the surface of the globe, spanning a two-dimensional surface uniformly. Until this century, the third dimension was not meaningfully accessible. Apart from jumping up and down, that wasn't very good until we discovered aeroplanes. New armed forces were immediately convoluted to exploit this new dimension of power. Then it follows that a time force would be created if travel through different dimensions of time became possible and was mastered. Probably in the early days the Army and the Navy would compete, and the Air Force now would compete against each other to see who could do it the best, and the Navy might, oh, who knows. Anyway, suddenly a annoying noise of the voices voiced out of the tannoy. X-rays. Pulse. Pulse normal. Breathing steady. Electrolytic cream. Suddenly, the stripper started smearing all this crazy goop all over my naked body. That was good. Clamp. It looks fine. Small probe. Pulse 85 increasing. Relax. Cream nurse. Right. Switch on the cerebral pulsator. Give me the electrodes. She is introducing the electrodes into the frontal area now. This is the critical part. Pulse steady at 89. Good. Electrodes in position. I'll take over. She's going to apply the current now. One mistaken and I recognised all these instructions from an old episode of Captain Scarlet. This kind of synchronicity is not unusual in popular culture, and it gives secret government agencies like mine nightmares when they try to plug leaks that don't actually exist except in people's imagination. Strangely, it's more usually the case in works like this of extreme imagination, like the aforementioned Gerry and Sylvia Anderson projects. These coincide sometimes with genuine secret projects, almost as if the originators were reverse engineering the future, or perhaps just reporting from it. My mind was racing. I was so excited. I didn't even know what was happening. I didn't know why. Suddenly, everything went completely psychedelic on me. Behold, the funnel starts.